Hey guys, this is Nick with Enter Martial Arts. In this video, we're going to go over the wheeling slam. Now, this technique goes something like this in here. Now, that may look familiar to you. We did something like this in our hammer fist video. And if you haven't seen that, go check that out. The beginning of the technique, the hammer fist as well as this are nearly the same. So you can kind of check out those similarities. As you can see, left hand comes around and I hit with my right hand here. It's kind of a reinterpretation of an old technique of hitting someone's block out of the way and striking them either in the head or in the chest, like that. Now keep in mind, this is performance martial arts for Wushu, so we exaggerate the technique a little bit more for performance value. So let's get started. So before you start doing a whole bunch of wheeling slams, you want to make sure to prepare your hand for that. So you can hit your hand into your other hand, right? You can hit a countertop as long as whoever you're rooming with is okay with that. Or you just hit the ground. There's two ways to do this. What I like to do is with an open palm like this, but some people like to cup their hand as they argue it makes a louder sound or it protects their hand if they're hitting a harder surface. So you just see what works for you. Either way, don't hit your wrist just like this, because well, you'll make that mistake only once and then of course never again, right? So then when we're starting, I think an easy way to start is turn to your right like this with your hands down. You're gonna bring your left hand up and around, bring your right hand up. Now watch what I do with my elbow. I'm gonna bend my elbow here and hit the ground. My backhand is going to be a crane, just like this. And that's kind of a very traditional way to do it. Some people choose to have their hand at their waist, but most people will have a crane just behind them, right here. So here, up, around with the left hand. I'm leading with the outside bone of my wrist, so opposite to my thumb. Here, around. Right hand is gonna go straight up, just like this. I'm gonna bend my elbow just slightly, and as I hit the ground, keep that elbow bent. It's really dangerous to hyperextend that elbow as you hit the ground. So elbow's bent, continue to bend that elbow here. Now, my stance is, I'm on the balls of my feet. You can kind of see behind me here, on the balls of my feet, and my knees are apart. So when I hit the ground, it's in between my knees, just like this. Some people choose to keep their feet flat, so it just depends on your hip and ankle mobility and how fast you can get into and especially out of such a stance. Okay, so again, here my right hand is at my waist, left hand is straight down. I'm gonna come up. Now I'm looking at a vertical line, just right over here. I'm gonna follow that vertical line, punching down, follow the same vertical line as I go around here. I'm gonna step with my feet together, my knees are apart, bending my elbow, and hit the ground, just like this. Okay, so that's a very basic way to do this. There's a few other ways that you can get into the wheeling slam. Another way is with your arms out, just like this. You're gonna bring your left hand to your chest, right hand's down, step behind with your left foot. Once my right hand gets to the top, my left hand's gonna go straight down, swing around. Just like I said before, you're gonna lead with that bone opposite to your thumb here. Once my right hand is at the top, I'm gonna bend my elbow and hit the ground here. Again, notice my elbow is still bent just a little bit so I don't hyperextend that elbow. So this is way number two, right? So arms are out, left hand goes to my chest, right hand goes straight down, step behind, right hand's gonna go, left hand, excuse me, is gonna go straight down, around, bend your elbow, and hit the ground here. Right, so that's two different ways to do this technique, right? The first way, hand at my waist, around. Another way with your arms out, left hand goes to your chest, around, here, just like this. So this technique here is so versatile, you can essentially combo into itself pretty much forever, right? So if I was to do this technique here with my left hand on my chest here and my right hand out, so this I'll call the forward moving slam here, and I hit the ground. Now from here, I bring my hand to my waist. Now this is the backwards moving slam here. I can just kind of do that forever. And then it just kind of continues on, right? But with that in mind, then you can do pretty much any technique and then finish off with the slam. What if I was to do a slap kick, for instance? From here, walking slap kick, hand on my chest because I want to continue moving forward here, and boom, just like that, right? But what if I change my mind and I want to switch directions after my slap kick? 1, 2, slap kick, touch my hand to my waist, I turn around and I can continue going on this way, right? So this gives you a whole lot of options while you're making your combinations or your forms to like, okay, I'm not sure what I want to do, but I know which way I want to go. It's just like throwing a wheeling slam just right there so that you can keep on going with your movements. You can also consider going up, right? I've got a wheeling slam here. You can consider going up too as an option as well. You can kind of control your levels. You can go from high to low, or you can stay really low. So in doing the second version of the wheeling smash with left hand at your chest, so take a look. I'm gonna start from high to low. Swing up. So there's high to low right there. I stood up all the way, and I went all the way down, right? Another way I can do the same technique is to stay really low. Notice I'm gonna bend my back quite a bit. So from here, left hand goes to my chest. I'm gonna have to move a little bit fast for this. So from here, I bent my back this way, kind of arched my back behind me, and then swung my body forward. So that's using a little bit more momentum. A bit more advanced, but something fun to look forward to. So, things to keep in mind. First, again, make sure you don't slam your wrist into the ground. It really hurts a lot. You may make, I hope if you ever make that mistake, you're only gonna make that mistake once. Hit your palm flat on the ground, either like this, or again, you can cup your hand just like this. See what works for you, okay? Second, think about head movement when you're hitting the ground. Me, I like to do a lot because it looks very dynamic, right? So take a look here. So my face went down, my face went up. Yeah, with a lot of practitioners now, you don't see that so much. They continue to look straightforward, and I think their argument is that one can stay focused to the front as they move into the next technique, but see what you think looks cool and then just do it a lot, right? Lastly, keep in mind this vertical plane that one is creating here, right? So then if I was to start this way and I'll end up this way here, I'm gonna do this wrong first. So take a look, my left hand is going up. So I'm definitely not going up the middle, right? So instead, if I go right up the middle, and then going around here. So that's what I want to do. 1, 2, and then you can hit the ground here. So just make sure you establish and keep that vertical plane as you're doing this smash here. Another thing to keep in mind is that while you're doing this wheeling smash, you need to go really fast. I mean, just imagine your blood in your arm pulling up in your fingers, right, as you're going. So like your fingers should really be tingling by the end of this. As you go around, like I'm really swinging as hard as I can. My hand is tingling, not from hitting the ground, but more so from just all the blood that's kind of pulled up in my hand as I'm going fast. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. If there's any techniques you'd like for us to go over, be sure to leave a comment below. See you next time. When performing the wheeling slam, you need to remember to, and that's why.
Okay. I don't think this is gonna work.